Yo, what's up? Name is JetLeo1 and welcome back to more Xenoblade Chronicles. That last episode was a bit long, wasn't it? But now we have been tasked with the task of going to the capital of Mechonis itself and taking down Egil. Because he's a danger to everyone and we need to stop him. So let's get down to that. We need to first find ourselves a way off of the fallen arm, but that doesn't seem to be too big of a problem. Because we were given a bulkhead key and the arrow's just pointing me this way. So let's see. Just find a way over this way, I suppose. It's pointing this way. I think because of the angle, we need to go this way. The angle of the map. Go this way and wind up in that direction, or no? We need to be on that digit. Yeah, we need to be over this way. I'm not over far enough. So we've got to keep cycling. Let me check on the map. Just some of the areas in this game, the map directioning just doesn't make sense. So here, over here. So yes, we do need to go. Digit 1, I believe it is, that you escape on. I don't know, you can visit all 5 of the digits, I believe, and I think like 2 or 3 of them, not numbers 2 and 3, just 2 and 3 of them in general, have unique monsters on them. And some of the quests, I believe, take you there. Oh man. Complicated map travel. That's one thing that I'm going to work very, very hard when I become a game developer. I'm going to make sure that there isn't very much super tedious map travel or map confusion. I'm going to try and keep it Kingdom Hearts style, is the best way I could put it. You always know where you're going even when it doesn't tell you. Because the worlds are both big and small at the same time. It's very interesting. Very interesting how they pulled that off. Like, if you haven't played those and like paid attention to how the world is made, I suggest that you do go and play some Kingdom Hearts and pay attention to how the world is dealt with, because they do a very good job. It feels like there's lots of room to go and explore, but it's actually very, very cohesive and close together. It's just awesome. Best example in all of gaming, I think, is, in fact, Kingdom Hearts, for like areas that make you feel like there's lots to do, but it's actually a small area. Because admit it, when you first got to Traverse Town, you're like, this was amazing. And then when you actually start going around Traverse Town, you realize that there's only 5 actual areas in the game. And the Dalmatian's house doesn't even fully count. So then you just got District 1, District 2, District 3, and then Merlin's house. And that's the extent of Traverse Town. But it feels so huge. It just feels big. It's quite good how they did that. Meanwhile, Xenoblade decided to go the opposite way and just make actually huge areas
and Mechonis
that feel like you'll never get to the end.
Seeing them from this kind of perspective.
And leave you plenty of time to muse on other game styles of world building while you're walking to somewhere.
It's difficult to believe that 2 such huge things ever fought each other. I wonder how the Machina felt at the time.
It's difficult to believe all the Jaggies.
Horrible.
Scary too.
But oh well.
Robs us of reason.
I mean, do you see the edge of the sword? Of course you do. There's lots of tiny edges.
Call them acts of self-preservation.
Uh-oh. They're pulling out the revengeance philosophy.
A never-ending circle of hatred.
Perhaps that circle can be broken.
Fear. It must be what's driving this. What's made
The only
Egil act
circle
this
that
way?
cannot be broken is the circle of life.
Oh,
This is not the circle of life, so we can just snap it like a twig. Okay. Red Eyes, take warning. She's gonna turn and kill us. Quick! Defend yourself, Shulk. Go into block stance. Hold back. Hold back. Hold away from the enemy. You've got to duck over the high tiger shot. But you can't duck under the low tiger shot. So, welcome. Oh, there's a roof up there. Let me get further so I can show you the glory we've got going on here. But I'm just gonna say, this area is glorious. The game did it for me. Welcome to Mechonis Field. Oh, this area. You know how towards the end of Machna I was like, I changed my mind. Machna's not my favorite area.
How I imagined it. It's all totally
I don't know.
mechanical.
I
There ain't
keep
no music
forgetting
in
what
on
I've
this thing.
said.
Egil is at the top.
I think I did say that Machna was not my favorite area, that there was an area later that was my favorite. You're looking at it. Welcome to Mechonis Field. Oh, this area. Just the sense of scale. Because this is as far as you can look up. And you can see we've got a long way up to go. And we've got to get to the very top of this place. Oh man, this area is amazing. It's got the best music in the game single-handedly. Single-handedly. Recognizing it yet? That's right, intro and outro music. Best song in the game. Oh. I did not mean to go down here. I don't think I've been down here though. What is down here? Let me go find out. Anything? Poisonous ocean, I would imagine. Yeah, it is poisonous. It's the oil keeping the Mechonis running, so let's not go swimming in that. Ah, the triumphant part of the music. The part used for the outro, I believe. Is there a switch? No, there's not a switch over here. So never mind, that was just not the lift we needed to go to. We needed to keep walking. But man, this area is so great. Like, the sense of scale is great. This is the first bit that you're actually inside the Mechonis, so you've finally fully gone to the other world of the game. And it's such a grand moment. And then this area is very challenging. This area in and of itself took me
It's a switch to activate a lift.
several hours.
If we
It's a very long area. I think it's the longest single area in the game, pretty much.
There's no power.
Because there's so much that you've got to do here. And it just works, though. You don't want to leave.
What do we do?
Well,
It's just
we
so
can find the
cool.
main power
And it's
supply.
even it's actually quite challenging the first time you get here, even if you've been keeping up very well
If we can connect the power to the switch,
with your levels.
we should be able to
It
use
just
the
offers more challenge because there are a lot of named enemies with unique tactics, and there's a lot of new enemies with unique tactics. And there's like squads with powers that work together and everything. It's just so good. This is a very good area. Very good area. I'm taking notes. And conveniently, the switch for the elevator is just right there. So great. Now let's get to the second floor. There's not many floors, but the elevator goes up a long way. We've got to rise high in the sky to get to the top. Got to get to the tippity top and get to that Imperial capital. Imperial, never mind. Imperial capital Alkamoth. No, we need to get to Mechonis capital Agniratha. Agniroth is cool too, but Mechonis Field is the coolest. Camera freak out. Thanks, game. We needed that. Alright, third lift moving. So we have to go find another switch and another elevator. Alright, we can do this. This is probably going to be a really short area in the Let's Play though, because I can just walk over. Just walk over and press the switches and not get into fights. It's like I said, challenging. There's a lot of enemies around here. Let's see what we've got here. The Moist, he attacks with water. The Trick, the Cord, and the Faith. And the Witch, apparently, back there, the flying one. Lots of enemies. And then the Grunt, the big ones. The Grunt and the Trick. So lots of enemies. Lots of very strong. They're pretty much just palette swaps, but they have different moves. I don't know, they're kind of different. But it's very challenging, it's just something new to deal with. Alright, let's go press more buttons. There's a thing down here. I don't recall where it goes. I think it just goes around the back of the place. Of the low control tower. We need to go over here and push a button. But I thought 2 switches lit up. I don't know. Maybe this is another elevator? Or is it just another switch? Oh, I remember. This is cool. Watch this. That tower rises up. And we get to walk up to it. Jump. And now, this bit annoyed me when I first played it, but it's pretty cool. I'll give it that. So we have to climb up here, and there's our objective. There's our objective right here. But it can't be that easy. So we have to go up this, and then we're going to have to go around and then find our way back to where we can jump down to it without dying. It's a bit annoying, but it's actually pretty brilliant. It makes you go and explore instead of just following the arrow blindly. I think that was the entire point of the Fallen Arm as well, was to get you to stop following the arrow blindly. Because if you just follow the arrow blindly to try and find your way forward on the Fallen Arm, as you saw, it would just lead you into a wall, and that helps no one. So now we have to actually intuit our way through the game, and that makes it a lot more satisfying when you actually get to where you're going. But of course, it's also doesn't really help when you're trying to talk over the game and you're just handed a bunch of empty space. Just a bunch of dead space you can't even go make good Dead Space jokes in. Isaac Clarke isn't even here, even though we are in very large power armor, and we do have weapons that could dismember necromorphs if we came across them. But thankfully this game does not go for any necromorphs of the sort, it instead prefers the Mechons. Oh, unique. Destroyer Salvation, in Spanish too. Salvacion.
This is the Monado's power!
Activate the Monado's power. Alright. He's not looking at me. Terrible mistake. Nope, turn around. He's actually not, he's still not attacking me, but he has an area attack. Yeah, this is the part where the game is going to actually start getting a bit dangerous though, because the enemies are about to start catching up. So I need to stop messing around. My advantage is going out very fast, and this is a unique enemy. He's only level 60, but he's a unique, and that makes up for it in this game. They've made the unique really powerful. So who's aggroed? Ryan's aggroed. This will be super effective. Uh-oh. Let's fix that. There we go. Affinity gain. And this guy wants to brawl. Oh, no, Ryan. I don't think I've ever covered that. I should have. Something very cool about the game is that they have the encouragement system, where if somebody gets a status effect or something, you can walk up to them and hit B, and it will increase their affinity with the character that encourages them, and it will cure them of the status effect outside of like poison and whatnot. It cures mental status effects basically, if you know the distinction from like Tales and whatnot. I don't know if Final Fantasy adds the distinction of like physical ailments and mental ailments. But either way, if it's anything where it's like confusion or fear or something, you can just encourage it away, which is pretty great. And it gives you the affinity points to help you do better with fighting and unlock more. It just does great stuff. Affinity is a very good thing. It actually does help in combat and whatnot. And that's enough about game mechanics. We've got the elevator working. We're actual mechanics now. And oh boy, the part nobody likes, climbing the long, slow climb up a wall. It's nice that they have the element of verticality, but even though you do move I don't even know what I'm saying at this point. You do move very fast while climbing on walls and whatnot. There's so much to climb that it balances it out. So what if you climb fast? You have a longer place to run, or longer place to climb to. Oh well. Call panel, let's keep going. So you know how I said this area was long? Just a friendly reminder, that was the second floor. Yeah. I think that was the second floor. So we've got even more floors to go. This was just the third elevator. We've got a lot longer way to go. It's a very long area full of lots of stuff to do. Third lift stop. So yeah, third floor master panel. So much stuff. What's this we've got here? Can't do anything about that. Can't get over there. Only way to go is this way. Yeah, this area is just very... I do approve of how they make you actually look for ways to move around the map instead of just following the arrow like they have been doing for the entire game up until now. Although that may just have been, now that I think about it, it may not actually be a direct part of the game design. It may just be the nature of the areas. Because most of the areas in this game are very large and wide open, so they don't really have anything in the way to make you require going around. Like on Gar Plains, they can point you in the direction and you'll just keep walking and you'll find whatever you're looking for. Just like that. But this area is very, 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 very vertical based. And it's very vertical, and it's got a lot of passageways, and it loops back around on each other, and it's all airborne pathways and whatnot. The dogma, these things are dangerous. They're the main things hampering you on your way to try to find these buttons. So what we need is over... I remember this. Never mind. We'll just burn through this area. This is the last thing you do in Mechonis Field, so this is the top of Mechonis Field. But we've got quite a bit of buttons left to press in this area. Because I'm not fighting so much, this is a very boring section of the game. But trust me, if you're playing through it yourself, as you should be, although you technically you should probably just be done with the game because I'm taking so long. Uh-oh. Amoris Arca. Amorous Arca.
Okay, guys. Now we're putting together.
Alright. So I guess he's got the keys. No, not Battle Soul. That is not what I wanted. Monado activated aura, Monado Arca used. Oh, I hit start on accident, that's what happened. Yeah, whenever something new comes up, a little thing will show and tell you about it. But I swear I turned that off, but I think your settings only apply based on new game. And this is not new game, this is new game plus. It's better, except from the game's perspective, I suppose.
Everyone, let's go!
We just wail on this thing. And that's it. Who's left attacking us? This trick is attacking us. So we're just gonna rip them apart, aren't we? I'm gonna stab you in the back. And never mind. This guy counts as aggro too, I suppose. So I'll just wipe you out. 30,000 damage.
Mustn't be careless.
Eat it. Mid chest, what have you got for us? Nothing really. Gold chest, what have you got for us? Nothing really. So the panel won't activate. Oh yeah, what we need is down here. Don't. It's a small fall. 3F main power switch. Press the button. So now the top switch is protected. Or not protected. Nice and clear, so we can just walk back up there. And I have... okay. That was funny. It healed up, so I only had 1 point of health missing. Alright, I'm going to make you a deal. We're going to get up there, we're going to push the button, and then we're going to end the episode. We're not having another 30-minute episode. That was a bit annoying even for me, even though I lost track of it, really. But, I mean, what can you do when it has a 15-minute cutscene? Now that's just cool. So now we can go climb around on the outside of the Mechonis. Yes. But this has been Jetman, and I'll see you next time as we go do that, pretty much. See you then.